everyone, welcome back to Talking History. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all keeping well and the sun is shining and it's Easter. Happy Easter everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful time. If you love anything and everything to do with history, if you love delving into the lives of those long lost, then you have come to the right place. My name's Liz. This is Talking History. Let's go. King Eadred was born around 923 and he was born to Edward the Elder and his third wife Eadgifu. Eadred was reported to have been small and slight in build, and he also appeared to have had the same stomach disorder as his grandfather Alfred the Great had, and on some days it rendered him completely unable to eat anything. However, this didn't stop him from being a very courageous man. On the death of his brother King Edmund, who had two sons, but they were too young to rule, so the throne was passed over to Eadred. And Eadred was around 21 when he became king on the 26th of May in 946. He was crowned on the 16th of August in 946, which was performed by Odo, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and he was crowned on at Even, Kingston upon Thames, which was where many of his predecessors had been crowned. As the new king, he received submission from the Welsh kings and the northern earls and also the sub-kings of England. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle recorded that Eadred, if you heard that, that's my cat meowing. Eadred had received submission from the Northumbrian earldoms at Tanchief near Pontefract in Yorkshire. But as we all seem to know, that things don't go smoothly for too long. And there would soon be a bit of a hiccup, so to speak. The Viking King of Northumbria, Harold Fairhair, and the Archbishop of York, Wulfstan, had held a meeting with Eadred, and they both submitted to Eadred. However, Wulfstan, as if you've seen my previous videos, was a complete dick. He went back on his pledges to Eadred and he offered allegiance to Harold Fairhair's son, Eric Bloodaxe. Eric had actually been replaced by his brother Hakon. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But Wulfstan had invited Eric Bloodaxe to be king of Northumbria. Eadred, upon hearing this, marched north with an army where they ravaged the province, burning Ripon, causing Eric Bloodaxe to flee. So Edred's men was then attacked at Castleford. Eadred, who was actually on his way back, completely incensed by this, turned around, marched back, and they ravaged and pillaged Northumbria again. Eadred had actually produced the desired effect he wanted. They had persuaded the Northumbrians to abandon their allegiance to Eric Bloodaxe. But the main person causing all of the problems in the north wasn't Eric Bloodaxe. It was, in fact, Wulfstan. Eadred had captured the troublesome archbishop in 952, and he had him imprisoned at his castle in Judenburg. And at this time, at this time, Olaf Sigtwinsson established himself as King of York again, possibly for around the third time. However, he was thrown out after Eric Bloodaxe, who had a brief respite, had come back and re-established himself as the King of York. But he too was quickly expelled, and Eric Bloodaxe would be the last Viking King of York. Eric Bloodaxe was killed in an ambush on the bleak moors of Stainmoor in Teesdale. Eric was 59, and it's the Earl of Bamborough, who was Oswulf. He had ruled Northumbria north of the Tees, and he was a supporter of Eadred. And it is quite possible that he encouraged the murder of Eric Bloodaxe. So now Eadred had firmly established his power in the north. Eadred had coins minted bearing his name for the region. Edward had also established a really good friendship with St Dunstan, who was the abbot of Glastonbury, and who would become a really good influence on Eadred. And Dunstan would go on to become one of the greatest archbishops of Canterbury. Dunstan had advised Eadred to mediate with the remaining Vikings, and in return, Eadred had supported Dunstan in the revival of the monasteries. During the last years of Eadred's reign, he had delegated much of his authority to Dunstan. But the wasting disease soon became too much for Eadred. And on the 23rd of November in 955, aged only 32, Eadred passed away. He died at Somerset, and he had reigned for only 9 years. Eadred never married, he never had any children, so the throne passed to Edmund's eldest son, who was Edway. Eadred was to be the last great warrior king of Wessex. Eadred was buried at the Old Minster in Winchester along with his family. A bit of a shorter video today, but thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care. Bye.